Okay, here's the thing. I don't watch too many TV shows these days. I'm getting older, I'm getting grumpier, I have less time, and I have less interest. I feel like I'm kind of drifting away from what's popular, but once in a while a TV show comes along that just has me hooked, and I just can't get enough of it. From is one such though. FROM. Definitely a title that is difficult to hashtag or Google because, yeah, it doesn't really work. Not exactly. Created and executive produced by John Griffin. I've never heard of him. And executive produced by Jack Bender and Jeff Pinker. Both are producers on Lost, Alias, and Fringe. Ooh, that means something. The series is one of those series that is a mystery box, a supernatural thriller, and a nightmare altogether. The show takes place in a small nowhere town. Nowhere, as in no one knows where the hell this town is. Everything in it is dilapidated and very, very, very much limited. It follows a group of random people who, for better or worse, ended up in this town. It goes something like this. They were driving, they see a fallen tree, and a murder of crows above, and that's that spelled their doom. Suddenly they find themselves trapped in this small town. They can't get out, and worst of all, and I do mean worst of all, come sundown, ghoulish type vampirish creatures wander from the woods to, well, consume them. Too bad if you're trapped outdoors, but even being indoors doesn't make you safe because, well, they can get in if you let them. Needless to say, these people are trapped in a literal nightmare, which, by the way, is one of the theories about what's going on. Is this some kids dreaming and we're all stuck in this wacky Broadway nightmare? Sorry, that's a little Buffy reference. Um, but this is what's going on with From. Depending on how you feel about Lost, you may have mixed feelings about this show, which is from the same producers, and even stars Harold Perrineau, Michael from Lost, as the lead of an ensemble cast of okay characters, the majority of whom appear to be Canadian actors. The series is actually produced and made in Nova Scotia, Canada. So it is made for MGM Plus, which is currently owned by Amazon Prime, but that might not be such a good thing since, depending on where you live, you still may not have access to it, which is why I suspect many people are not aware of this show's existence. Furthermore, but it has some big names behind it, including the Russo brothers, Anthony and Joe, who are some of the backers and executive producers of the show. I saw the show through a trial, free trial of MGM Plus through Amazon Prime. So that might be the only way for you to gain access to the series. Apparently in Canada, MGM Plus and Amazon Prime, even though technically MGM Plus is owned by Amazon Prime, you still would have to subscribe separately. And apparently in Canada, the show is actually carried by Paramount Plus. I know it's a mess. These streaming services need to get their act together. More people need to watch this show. More people need to watch the show. I saw the show nearly a year after its premiere. And I hope more people continue to talk about it, continue to watch it, and continue to spread the word about it. The fear, as I said, is that it's produced by the same people as Lost, and it does feel like Lost 2.0. You have a group of random people trapped in a mysterious nowhere land where strange supernatural things occur. There's a mystery box of things that are thrown at you, and you find yourself racking your brain trying to figure out what all of this means and what this could mean. I see theories that this town is definitely a pocket dimension of some sort. Like it looks as if the houses and the locations were literally picked up and dropped in the wherever this is. And this is still my theory as to the character of Victor, who is one of the more mysterious characters on the show. I would call him the most intelligent. No offense to Jade, the software engineer, who declares himself the brain of the town. But Victor is an eccentric, and he's been in the town the longest. We see in flashbacks that he's been in the town since he was a child. I believe that Victor Victor's actual town was picked up and dumped in this location. And Victor is one of the lone survivors, thanks to his relationship with the mysterious boy in white, who helped him to find those faraway trees. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's okay. So basically, the general idea is that these group of people are trapped in this town. They can't get out, and they need to get indoors and lock up and bolt up by nightfall. The creatures are ghoulish creatures. I've seen a ton of theories as to what they are, what they could be. Many people have called them vampires. I don't believe they are. I've seen the theory that they're actually Fae, F-A-E, or the dark Fae of Celtic folklore. This theory seems more believable. The channel Altiori has a really good theory, and the Sloa, who are these kind of ghoulish, dark Fae, vampirish creatures from Celtic mythology, and this seemed to be the best theory I have seen as to what these creatures are. Whatever they are creepy as hell. They take the form of humans, anything. They could be someone you know. They seemingly know everything about you. They always walk, they never run, and they always have a permanent smile plastered across their faces because that's just who they are. They always knock, and they're very polite. They knock on your door and they say, "Can you let me in?" They speak to you as if they've known you all your life. You don't know who the F they are, but the moment you open that door, you're done. The moment you open that window, you're done.
I've missed you so much.
Megan, what are you doing?
You don't look like my grandma.
She's not your grandma.
I'm so lonely.
Baby, please just...
Maybe I can come in?
Megan, no!
There are mysterious talisman. There are people who can hear mysterious voices telling them to do shit. I don't want to spoil it for anyone. And basically, these people are desperately trying to find out where they are, how to get out, and how to move on with their lives. Something that's not easy to do because one of the major themes is hopelessness. We don't know yet what tied these people together. We hope that it's not going to be that these people are in purgatory. They've already thrown that theory out the window that they're not dead. The major working theory is that this is some sort of pocket dimension and that eventually there's a way out. I believe it is a pocket dimension. I believe that something opened this pocket dimension with these dark phase, and these dark phase have been luring these people here so that they can consume them for whatever reason. Maybe based on what we've heard and seen about them, they've become more human, they start speaking more, they behave more human. So maybe in a sense they're learning from humans. There's a mysterious dog running around the woods. Animals came out of the woods. I believe my theory is that those may be the key to getting out of the town because, you know, in the real world, animals wander off farms all the time. They wander into other places. I believe the dog knows a way into this pocket dimension, and if they follow the dog, they will find their way out. I know Boyd, played by Harold Perrineau, the lead, has tried to follow the dog and he only got lost, no pun intended. But I believe there's a lot going on in this series, and I believe it's worth watching. One of the key points I've seen with an interview with Harold Perrineau is that it won't meander the way Lost did. Lost was made at a time when network television was still a thing, technically still is, so it had like a 22 episode season to fill, so that was a lot of opportunity to put in filler episodes. The first season of From is just 10 episodes, so no time for them to meander. I hope the producers, the writers know what they're doing. I know they can wrap this up in like maybe 3 to 5 seasons, and they don't need to extend it further because people already are getting restless. We want answers. We need to know where these people are. We need to know what these creatures are. Will we learn more about the creatures, the talisman, Victor's story? Will we know who these strange voices are that are talking to certain people? And it seems like the only people they seem to talk to are either children or people with mental health illness problems. See Sarah. So, you know, the show is very eerie. It's very creepy, and it keeps you on the edge of your toes. I like it. I really like it. I really do. And to my surprise, there will be a season 2. This is good. My only grievance is something I've already mentioned, that the streaming services need to get their act together. So this is produced by MGM Plus, formerly known as Epix, which has since been bought up by Amazon Prime, but depending on where you are, you may still have to pay for MGM Plus to see it. You may be one of the lucky ones to just get it through your Amazon Prime subscription for free. Or if you're in Canada, you have to get it through the Paramount Plus streaming service, which again, they need to get their act together because more people need to be watching this show. Part of me, I want more people to watch it because I don't want it to be canceled before its time. I hate when that happens. See Castle Rock, the show based on the Stephen King universe. See Raised by Wolves. But this is my new Raised by Wolves now, so I haven't done any kind of play-by-play episode watch in theory on the show, but maybe I'll do that for season 2, which will premiere at the end of April. So that will be something to look forward to. I'm really enjoying the show, but if you're not watching from, please do. Please find it. It's worth watching.